up, you guys? My name is Alex Hampton, and today I'll be giving you my review on The Mandalorian Chapter 2, The Child. Now listen, the reason why I didn't do my review for the first episode is because I kind of came in late watching it, and I was like, you know what? I'm really digging this series, so I'm going to start a review show for this particular series on Disney+. Now, if you guys don't have Disney+, and you are a Star Wars fan, I encourage you to go get this service. It's only $6.99 a month, and I promise you, it will not fail you. This is a really good service. It has a lot of great stuff on Disney+, and plus, this series, The Mandalorian, is amazing. Now, I just want to give you my off-the-cap thoughts of what I thought about episode 2. Now, I won't go into that many spoilers. I'll try to stay away from spoilers, and I'll reference a lot of things from the first episode as well. Now, this episode directly takes place right after the first episode of The Mandalorian Chapter 1, where we see the Mandalorian carrying the Yoda species, because there isn't a name for the species. As of yet, right now, there isn't a name for it, where he is trying to get that species back to the person who ordered him to go get it. And in this particular episode, we see him going through a little bit of trials and tribulations, but it's actually kind of cool because he ultimately helps the people, or actually does something for the people who sabotage his ship. And I'm trying not to spoil anything if you haven't seen it, but it's a really good episode. I will say though, I enjoyed the first episode more than I did the second episode. I really did enjoy the first one, and I will say the Mandalorian still has that cinematic feel. When I was watching this show, it felt like a movie. So I really did enjoy it, but one of the plots that I really enjoyed about the second episode about this particular show was that how the Mandalorian has to rely on help to basically get his ship fixed. And in a sense of he basically runs into this problem where he kills a couple of the people, and he has to wind up helping those people because those people took his parts to his ship. And it's actually really cool. We see the Mandalorian do some crazy fight scenes in this particular episode. We see him battle a rhino, which is actually pretty cool. And he kind of gets his ass kicked in this episode as well. But overall, it was a really good storytelling in this episode. I'm trying not to spoil anything. And also, this is coming from a person who is not that big of a Star Wars fan. I am not huge on the Star Wars lore, but I'm a general fan, and I don't know everything about Star Wars, but I really wanted to do something to contribute to the Star Wars fandom. And I have to say, just the pacing of this episode from beginning to end was actually pretty good. I will say though, I forget the name of the character that's helping him, but I'll put up the character on the screen. This particular character is basically helping the Mandalorian as he's doing his journey to get to where he needs to be. And I will say the Mandalorian is a complex character. He seems like to me that he's only in this for the money. He is a bounty hunter, but I feel like there's a deeper meaning behind this. And in this episode, we see somewhat of a compassionate side from the Mandalorian that we normally didn't see from the first episode. And I have to say, the first episode was, I really enjoyed it, especially the fight scenes and his ship and the scenery. And I have to say, for a Disney Plus show that's on a streaming service that spent $120 million as a whole for 8 episodes, this is magnificent. And again, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. Not a huge Star Wars fan, but I really did enjoy this episode. The episode's called The Child Chapter 2, and it's actually really good. We see great action, great pacing, great storytelling. I will say though, this episode is shorter than the first episode. The first episode was 38 minutes. This episode is about 30 minutes. So you definitely can see how short it was between the two. I personally didn't like it as much as the first episode, but I did really enjoy it. There's a lot of comedic elements in this episode as well that I forgot to mention, where we see the Mandalorian interacting with these characters in a funny way, where they mock his translation in terms of talking to these other aliens. So That's the best way I can describe this show. Probably in my next episode of this show, I will definitely spoil certain things. But for just me starting out, I am definitely not going to spoil episode 2. I will encourage you, if you have Disney Plus, go check it out. It's right there now. It dropped early this morning, so I encourage you to go see it. Also, if you don't have Disney Plus, trust me, it's a service worth getting. So definitely go and purchase that today. My name is Alex Hampton, and thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you want to support us here at Momentum Media, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and then go ahead and hit that bell right next to it. That way you get all the notifications of every time we release a video here on Momentum Media. And also, I have a Patreon page. Go support us on Patreon. We have 3 tiers on Patreon. Any tier that you donate to will help us out here on Momentum Media. A lot of content is coming out from my channel, and I can't wait to start the rollout for it. So thank you guys for watching this video. And as always, you have a blessed day.